It's still morning. Good morning. It is day 10 of Gabzvents, and today's topic is um, price transparency, I guess. Okay, so everyone's been getting Advents, everyone's been getting Christmas Eve boxes or countdown boxes or some kind of like holiday thing. And some things are really, really cool. And I think that's great. And I'm all for supporting um, small businesses and indie dyers and all of that. But here's something that I wish was more transparent was the pricing on the Instagram post. That instead of just posting the Instagram post with the image in the description, you like have to navigate all the way to their website, sort through all of it to figure out what the pricing is. I get that it's a business tactic to get you to the website, but I don't know. I just wish that it was more transparent on how much it was going to cost right up front when you look at something. For example, Chandler and I were really stoked on something, and we're like, oh, let's get it. We can split it. It'll be great. And then it winds up being like way out of our budget in terms of what we want to spend. And it's not saying that we should spend that Dyer should charge less or anything like that. But just, I don't know, being upfront in the Instagram description of how much your thing is going to cost, because dyers absolutely have the right and deserve to charge what they charge. But I also think it just feels like a lot to have to like navigate all the way there. And what's worse is when they are like hyping up the thing before the countdown or the advent before it goes live. So it's not actually on their website. So you don't even know what the price is. So you can't look at the price ahead of time and see if that's within your budget. And then they say something like, oh, it's going to go fast or something like that. But you have no way of knowing, like, is this worth my time even trying to get this drop? Can I even afford this? Does this work within my budget? Um, and I know they're like, oh, DM us and I'll tell you, but like, just put it in the post. Like, because it feels a little gotcha-y that it like gets you super hyped up about it and then it turns out to be out of your budget. Or if it's something you're super interested in and they hype it up for 3 or 4 weeks, um, it may be in your budget, but you need the time to figure it out. Like for me, as in my district, I can make my base salary as a teacher, and then I can pick up other duties and earn more money. Like I can substitute other classes on my prep or on my open period and make more money. So if there's something that I want, if I actually know how much it's going to cost for a yarn thing, then I can work extra so I can add that to my fund money. So yeah, just put the price in the cost. You deserve to charge what you charge. This isn't a snark on how much things cost, but just put the price either in the listing when it's a pre-order and market sold out, because I don't know if Shopify doesn't let you do that, but there's so many times where I'm like, oh, I like this, but I have no idea how much it's going to cost. And then I feel bad DMing the designer or the dyer and being like, hey, how much is this? And then they're like, oh, it's $340. And I'm like, I got your hopes up that I'm going to buy this, but I'm not, because it's not in my budget right now. So I feel bad doing that too, because like I feel obligated when I ask how much something is. So that's also my other hope at yarn shows. This is the same thing, is put your prices on the label. Put your prices on the label. I know some people have like boards or stuff you can look for. So if you're going to put it on the board, make the board super visible. But oftentimes you don't. Like, yeah, I'd say 50% of the time you have no idea how much something costs. So you fall in love with this game, you see something, and then you like have to ask someone, and you're like, how much is this? And they say a price, and sometimes that price is out of your budget. And then you're like, well, this is a super awkward interchange because I'm going to put this product back and walk away because it's a real person. So please put your prices on the labels. Please put your prices on your things. Again, not a snark on not dessert, because dyers work hard. Like I get there's a lot of costs going on with it. But tell me how much something's gonna be. That's like when you go to a restaurant and there's no prices on the menu and you're like, oh, this is going to be my whole paycheck. Like, you're like, oh man, this is going to be really expensive. Um, yes. Yes, that's my thought, is put your prices where you can see them. Um, yeah, not so much with patterns, but patterns usually aren't more expensive than $10 or $12. Like, I never feel like I need to. I'm fortunate enough to not feel like I need to work extra to pay for like patterns or something like that, because they tend to be more affordable. But maybe that's something we need to do with our patterns too. Is when we release the pattern, we say how much it is, and how much it's going to be. So yeah, that's my. Please put your prices on stuff. All the yarn labels on your Instagram post. Yeah, I love when designers do that, because then I can decide. Oh my gosh, and please, please tell me when you're going to ship the darn thing. Yeah. It makes me super anxious when they're like, oh, it'll ship with plenty of time for you to get it, for you to open it. What does that mean? Plenty of time that phrase means something different to other people. Because my husband, I love him, but he says, we got plenty of time. And it means 2 minutes before we leave. Plenty of time for me is like 15 minutes before we leave. And I'm usually the one running late. So, yes, if you're telling me you're going to do something, tell me you're shipping it no later than whenever. So, that's my thought. Please be more upfront. The end.